Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Omni viewer, and we've gotten a recent update about Godzilla vs. Kong. Not about the movie, mind you, but about the merchandise. Every fandom loves the merchandise surrounding its favorite works. Sometimes the merchandise itself is what the fandom is based around. And I think a lot of us have been waiting to see what would happen with Godzilla vs. Kong. Particularly because, so far, we don't have many Kong figures from the MonsterVerse. Our single example thus far is from Mezco. And yeah, their Kong Skull Island figure is a huge one that stands well alongside the Jakks Pacific 2014 Godzilla, but that's been pretty much it for a while. Yes, I know about this other King Kong figure they produced, but that's not the MonsterVerse version of Kong. Well, according to Gormaro Island, we now have at least one company confirmed to be making Godzilla vs. Kong merch for the upcoming film. That company is Playmates Toys. This is not a rumor, this has been confirmed. Playmates Toys itself says, "We will be developing a full Godzilla vs. Kong product line, giving children everywhere the opportunity to join the battle of the century." And, also giving the collectors a chance to crowd themselves out of their own homes. Now, Playmates Toys is based out of Hong Kong, but they do release figures over here in America. Right now they hold the license for Voltron, as well as the latest iteration of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Just looking at the few images I've found, it seems like they do quality work, so right now it looks like Playmates Toys will be leading the charge in terms of mass-produced kaiju figures for Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, Legendary also released statements saying that they've maintained long-standing relationships with companies like Bandai, Jakks Pacific, Mezco, and NECA, but nothing saying any of those companies will be producing products for this film. Of those companies, only Mezco has produced anything involving Kong. So what are the odds of the other companies getting involved? Well, I'm not entirely sure Mezco and Jakks would be coming back for this round, considering they're selling in the same demographic as Playmates. Unless, of course, both companies revive their older products for Godzilla 2014, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and Kong Skull Island in order to capitalize on the film's release. Meanwhile, with Bandai, I'm sure Bandai will make something, but then again, we have to take into account that Bandai can't necessarily make everything. So far regarding the MonsterVerse, Bandai has only produced figures of Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, and the male Muto. A female Muto figure never materialized, and we have no idea if any of the other titans from King of the Monsters will pop up. Nothing from Kong Skull Island ever appeared. This, I'm sure, will require all sorts of licensing maneuvers and a lot of negotiating to make sure that Bandai producing a Kong figure won't somehow interfere with the license that Universal claims to hold, even though Kong is still public domain. You know what a mess that is by now, I'm sure. And if you haven't, just follow the links and you'll see a watered-down Cliff's Notes version of it. As for NECA, at this point, I think NECA is likely to come back, considering they've produced figures for every MonsterVerse Godzilla movie up to this point. But again, we might see a similar issue with Kong. To date, the only Toho monsters they have the rights to make figures of are Rodan and Mothra. They haven't produced anything for Skull Island, nor have they produced any of the other titans or monsters that have shown up in the MonsterVerse. So at this point, only Playmates Toys is confirmed. But that's better than nothing. At this point, it's just an announcement. We don't know what they're planning to make. All I know is they're making this stuff, and I should probably start saving my pennies. So that's the major development, and we'll see where things develop from there. Hopefully, no spoilers get released this time. Seriously, guys, be careful. So that's all we have for this video. Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni Viewer signing off. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, as well as subscribe to the channel for more content of a similar nature. Also, check the description for links to our Twitter, DeviantArt, and Patreon pages, as well as the Amazon link for the novel Operation Red Dragon: The Daikaiju Wars Part 1, penned by yours truly. Thank you all, and we appreciate your support.